Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be working on this new in the hoop mask design that I just added to the shop. And like always, I like to record a video to go along with it in case you might need it as a guide when you're working on yours. So yeah, let's get started. The first thing the machine is going to do is create the placement stitch for both ears. So we're going to let that run, and once it's done doing that, pause the machine, add your fabric, start the machine again so it can do the tag down stitch, basically holding the fabric in place. And then again after that, we're going to stop the machine, cut around the ears, removing the excess fabric. That way we can start the machine again, and then after that it's going to create the satin border stitch around both ears. We're going to do the same steps as we did for the outer ears. Now we're going to do that for the inner ears, where we're going to do the placement stitch, add the fabric, do the tack down stitch, cut around the fabric, and then it's going to do the nice satin border stitch. Okay, so now it's going to create the placement stitch and the tack down stitch for the mask area, but if you notice my hoop, I have the blue fabric, the color that I wanted this portion of the mask to be in, so I'm going to skip these two steps, okay? But if you want a different color, add your fabric, and again repeat the same steps as we did for the ears. The only difference though is for the next couple of steps, we're not going to have the satin border stitch until the end, so we're just going to be layering fabric, right? So we're going to do the placement stitch, add the fabric, do the tack down stitch, cut out the fabric, and repeat again as we layer all of the colors onto the mask. Okay, so this is how your mask should look like, as you've been layering fabrics on top of each other. And now we're going to let the machine run for a little bit as it creates all of the pretty satin stitch borders around it. And so yeah, let that run for a little bit until it finishes making the satin border around the black nose area, and that's when we're going to pause the machine and take it out so we can add the fabric on the back of the hoop. Okay, so like I said earlier in the video, once the machine is done creating all of the satin border stitches around the mask, pause the machine, take it out because we're going to flip it to the back side now, and we're going to add a piece of fabric, the right side facing up. You can either add adhesive to hold it in place, or you can also use tape. Depending on the material that I'm using, I'll use either one or I'll use both methods. And so once you're done with that, let's go take it back to the machine, put it back, and now it's going to stitch everything together, the fabric and the hoop, and then the one underneath in the back of the hoop. And it's also going to create the little hole stitch where we're going to pass the elastic through later in the video. This is how the mask should look like so far. So we're going to remove the tape from the back, remove it from the hoop, and remove the tearaway stabilizer. And then after that, we're going to cut it carefully around, and we're ready to poke a hole in the circle that we stitch on the sides, that we can pass the elastic through. I'll link the elastic as well as the elastic bands that I purchased from Amazon down below. And lastly, we're going to cut a hole for the eyes as well. But with this one, just go layer by layer. I know there's multiple fabrics that we layer onto the mask, so it's just easy if you cut one by one. And yeah, we're pretty much done. Here is how the mask turned out. Like I said, I'll be up on my Etsy store if you are interested in the file. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye guys.